Hi, everybody. It's Dusty, Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And lately, I have been getting a lot of messages from people asking about balance. How do you find balance in your Plexus business, along with your regular life, your kids, if you have them, your job, whatever it is? How do you find the balance in it? Well, what I can tell you is that I haven't always been the best at this. But what I can tell you is what I'm learning. In the beginning, when I started with Plexus, I feel like I was working nonstop, just around the clock, from the time that I woke up in the morning to the time I went to bed. And a lot of times, I'll tell you, I was just spinning my wheels. I wasn't getting I was getting stuff done, but not as much stuff as I could if I was, just a little more focused at certain times. So I can tell you this, you're going to need to find balance or you're going to burn yourself out, and this won't be as much fun. So finding balance is very important. So how do you find balance? Well, what I can tell you is you need to probably set work hours with Plexus. Say from I know some of my friends, they do from 11 to 2. Those are their Plexus work hours. Or others, it's 6 to 11 at night. Others, if you work during the day, this is what I'll tell you that will probably benefit you the most. This is what I find works for a lot of people. Working, get up an hour early. Say you get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Get up at 5. And from 5 to 6, you're going to work your Plexus business. By this, I mean you're going to send out messages, contact potentials, in a PM. Obviously, you're not going to pick the phone and call them at 5 o'clock in the morning because they're probably not going to be real happy with you. So, if you're going to do that early in the morning, maybe you'll be responding to emails, answering messages that have come in, sending out private messages or emails to people that you want to talk to about Plexus. Then, you're going to obviously go to work and stuff. And then maybe at your lunch hour, spend 30, 45 minutes of your lunch hour working your Plexus business. And that can be anything from answering questions to researching on the products or researching on the compensation plan to give yourself a little edge, a little more knowledge on our company. And then, obviously, whenever you get off work, say you have kids, you're going to go get your kids, you're going to do what you need to do. And whenever you get them to sleep, take another hour at night and work on some personal growth or answering messages or contacting new people. So that's a way that you can find a little bit of balance with your everyday life there if you have a full-time job. But say you're the work-from-home mom. Take your child's nap time. Say they sleep from 11 to 1 or 10 to 11. And take that hour and do, contact people or personal growth time or education on the compensation plan, whatever. And then, when they do their afternoon nap from, say they take a longer nap in the afternoon from, 1 to 3, then you have 2 full hours to work your Plexus business. And those are your business hours. And maybe, an hour after they go to bed at night. That's a way to fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day. Find out a lot of people have information in different places. They're like, I've got, this notebook for this notebook for that. And, they've got it all over. And then they spend a lot of time searching for this, that, or the other. That's a lot of wasted time. So it's a really good idea to put all your information in one location. Some people use day planners. Some people use the little recipe box and they put it on note cards. There's lots of different ways you can do this. There's no wrong way, but if you'll put it in one location, it will help you out. Something I found recently that I absolutely love is the Plexus Smart Organizer. In this Smart Organizer, I have all my ambassadors, I have all my customers, I have leads that I can write down in here. There's also a calendar, and there's also a daily checklist. It's a wonderful thing. It's a one-stop shop thing, and I absolutely love it. It's helping me keep better organized of my time because I have everything in one spot. So I highly recommend that. And those of you that want to get it, it's you can go to Etsy, I believe is where I got it, and it's just Plexus Smart Organizer. You can Google it, or let me see here. There is, www.etsy.com/shop/Plexus Smart. So that's for those of you that might want to look into that. It's great. It's a great investment business write-off, so it'll help you. Another thing is finding, some of you say, well, I just kind of fit it in the nooks and crannies of my life. Well, that's okay. That system works a lot for people. They can get up in the morning, haul their kids to school, they're waiting in line to drop off, and they're, answering messages, or, they run an errand, and then they're able to do a little this, that, and the other. And that works for some people. That's great. If it works for you, fantastic. But I'm finding a lot of people just feel a little overwhelmed because there's no real organization in it. Break things down. Use your organizer or your day planner or whatever. Find one that's got like from your times. Allot times. From 6 to 7, I'm going to work my business. From 7 to 8, I'm going to get my kids ready. From 8 to 9, I'm going to take them to school, and I'm going to go to the gym and work out. Block off times for certain things. Trainings. It's a great thing. Write it down. I'm going to meet with so-and-so on this day, and we're going to train. I'm going to call them, and we're going to train. I'm going to do a Zoom training, and we're going to block time off in your organizer. So that helps you find balance. If you will write it down and then stick with it, that helps a lot of people. Because the other thing is, with finding balance, I find a lot of people, they're going with their business, everything's really good, they don't write things down, and next thing you know, we're 3 weeks away from somebody like, oh my gosh, I forgot to follow up with that customer. I hope they've been using their products right. If you will write down when you're going to contact them, on what day, you're going to send them a quick message or an email or a text message, or pick up the phone, call them, that will help keep track. That helps find balance as well. I'm going to tell you, I was not perfect at this, all right? There were times where I forgot to check on my customers. Big mistake. Don't do that, okay? You have to find that balance. And in writing things down, guys, I think that is a big key that'll help a lot of people. So learn to delegate things. If you're able to, have somebody come clean your house for a couple hours a week. That helps free up some of your time. If you're an ambassador that has a growing team, find team members that have strengths with them and utilize them. Say there's somebody that is great on social media. Have them do a little training on it. Don't put that on your shoulders. Let them do it, because if they can do it better or as good as you, delegate it and let them do it. It's good. It lets your team shine. It lets them understand that they have a place and a purpose, and it lets their team see them as a leader too in their grow. So finding balance is really can cover a lot of subjects, but it's important to balance everyday life, your family, your plexus business, and your work schedule if you have an everyday job, so that you're not spinning your wheels and not unhappy and feeling overwhelmed. So I hope this helps. I hope you invest in some kind of an organizer or a planner of some sort where you can block off times to say, these are my set work hours. This is what I'm going to do. And, we all know that life changes, and you're going to have doctor's appointments, you're going to have dentist appointments, you're going to have things that pop up. But if you'll write it down and schedule time around it to fit your work into or fit your everyday life, it will help you a lot. So I hope this little video on finding balance helps many of you, and y'all have a blessed day.